Hello and welcome to my channel. My name's Tamsin and I am a quilter, garment sewist and knitter, among other things, in Perth, Western Australia. I've never done this before. I don't know how. So if I look a bit like a deer in the headlights, that's because I feel like one. And I apologize in advance if things get a bit weird because they might. But I watch a lot of YouTube and I like watching YouTube. And I wanted to be more involved in that. So here I am. A little bit about me. I guess I've done a lot of creative things in my life. But currently I would say quilting is my job. Garment sewing is my hobby. And knitting is what I do to relax. Although I must admit I don't do a lot of knitting at the moment. But that's okay. I think these things come and go in seasons. At least for me they do. And I have been shopping, so that counts. I've been buying yarn. So, that's another hobby that I have. As I said, quilting is my job. I have a long arm quilting machine and I quilt for clients, which I love. And I have a little shop, a little online shop where I sell fabric and supplies. The fabric selling is relatively new, but it's super fun and I'm really excited about it. I also have a few quilt patterns that I've designed. I teach some workshops, which workshops are also new, but I really love it and I hope that I can teach more in the future. And I work also casually at a local quilt shop here in Perth. It's usually only one day a week, but I really enjoy it and it's great to be out in the community and part of the industry. And yeah, I meet a lot of really nice people that way. So that's quilting. Garment sewing, as I said, is probably my main hobby these days. Today I'm wearing the Style Arc Hope dress, which is my most recent make. I wonder if I can stand up and show you. I don't have a ton of room in here. This is my long arm quilting frame, which takes up the entirety of the room. But I'm lucky to have the machine and I'm lucky to have the room to put it in. So not a complaint, but my machine's actually in the shop at the moment for repairs. So the frame is doing double duty as fabric storage at the moment. Anyway, my hope dress. I'm wearing my hope dress. This is a size 18 from the original pack, not the expansion pack. I have made it once before and I think it's a little roomy. I had noted that I could size down on my next one, but I decided to make this about 12 hours before I needed to wear it. So in the absence of time, I didn't want to be grading and tracing and all of that. I had this traced out already. I've made it before, I know it fits. So I decided just to go ahead and make it again. It's in a brushed cotton that I got from Cloth Edit here in Australia some time ago. And it's nice and cozy, and I think the oversized fit works for that. I lengthened it by about 5 inches because I wanted to wear it with ankle boots. I also lengthened the sleeves, but I wish I'd gone a bit longer. I only added about 2 inches. I would go again probably another 3 if I wanted to make another winter dress. I also omitted the back keyhole opening, but that was mostly just due to time constraints. Like I said, I was on the clock for this one. I put pockets in and I anchored them to the side seams, which I had never done before and I really like it. So I will be doing that again. Okay, so that's the hope dress. I will hopefully learn how to put pictures here and link things down there. And if you want to know more about this particular dress, I do have a post on Instagram, which is at Brave Little Buckaroo, which I'll also hopefully link down there. Okay, so garment sewing is my hobby. That's this. And knitting is what I do to relax. I am knitting at the moment. I'll just grab it. I recently finished a shawl but I haven't blocked it yet. It's the Elby by Woolenberry. The Elby by Woolenberry. I finished that recently, but I haven't blocked it yet. And I really love her shawls. I think that they're oftentimes just very easy and beautiful. So I've cast on another one. This is called the Comfort Zone. And it's just an eyelet grid pattern. That is very simple. And most of my knitting these days happens in waiting rooms, restaurants, that kind of thing. I don't spend a lot of time knitting at home because most of that time is taken up with quilting at the moment, which is great. And the yarn I'm using for this one is by Rainbows and Sprinkles, which is another local company actually. Rainbows and Sprinkles, and it's called Blood, Sweat and Beers. And it's a 75/25 merino nylon. Okay, so that's quilting, sewing, and knitting. Those are my main things. I also, you know, cook, garden, just generally faff about. Okay, so might talk about some things that I've been buying, because that's also something that I like to do. I have a very large fabric stash. I started collecting fabric probably about 20 years ago, long before I actually had the time or space to spend much time sewing. So I have a lot of fabric, but that's great. It's fine. I'm happy to have it. I feel a little bit guilty, but it's fine. Everything's fine. I do actually use what I buy now, so that's great. So let's talk about some things I have purchased recently. First of all, well, let's talk about yarn, since I was just doing that. There's a new shop that's recently opened up in Perth. It's down in Armadale at the old Pioneer Village, if you're local. It's called Cozy Cottage Yarns, and it's been opened by the owner of Natural Fibre Arts, which is a yarn company, and her sister, who owns another yarn company called WA Styles. And they've come together and opened this adorable little shop down in Armadale. I went there last weekend or the weekend before with my daughter, and we had a look, and I picked up these yarns. I got 2 skeins of this. It's called Brianna. It's by WA Styles, and it's a merino nylon fingering weight. And I got 3 strands of this sort of tonal solid blue. It's called Blue Willow. It's also a merino nylon fingering weight. I'm going to use them together, I think, to make the duet tee, which hopefully will be here. And that's a free pattern by Skein Yarns on their website, or you can also get it on Ravelry. I've had it for a long time, the pattern, and I've probably bought yarn to make it on 3 separate occasions, but I haven't actually tried it yet. But that's okay. When I am ready, I'll have lots of beautiful yarn to use. Another one of my favorite Australian shops is the Dahlia Society. I've bought quite a lot of fabric from her over the past few years. Recently, this is what I've purchased. It's so beautiful. It's 100% viscose by Dashwood Studios. It's called Jade Tapestry, I think. And I'm not actually sure what I'm going to make with this. Probably a dress of some kind. Something pretty and floaty, puffy sleeves. I don't know. Let me know if you think of something I could make with that. My sister is having her first baby, and last weekend was her baby shower, so I made her a quilt, and I needed some made by Auntie labels to put on the quilt. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. It'll probably be backwards. I don't know how this works. But I found these made by Auntie labels at the Dahlia Society. And then, of course, I found these labels. Happiness is handmade. Good things take time. And these handmade one with bows, which are super cute. And the lovely Kristen at the Dahlia Society was super kind and express posted them to me so that I could get them in time to put on the quilt that I made for my sister, which, I might put a picture of here. And you can also see that on my Instagram as well, if you're interested in having a look. Yeah, so that's what I got from the Dahlia Society. Next up, a local fabric shop here in Perth called Fabulous Fabrics in Balcatta was having a sale a couple weekends ago, and I'm easily influenced by a bargain. So I popped down there and bought some fabrics. Now, this one is super cute. It's a cotton linen blend, 80% cotton, 20% linen. And it's sort of it's a heavy cotton weight, almost like a cotton canvas maybe. It's pretty heavy, but I thought it would be super cute to make a closet core CLO tee with this so that I could wear it to work, because I work at a fabric shop and who doesn't want a top with scissors on it? So that's the plan for that. I have made a CLO tee before. I've actually made a couple of CLO tees. One of them in a cord set with the Stylark Chanterelle pants, which I also love. That's probably one of my favorite things I've ever made, actually, is that cord set. Maybe it's here. And so I bought this fabric to make another cord set. I'm not sure if the color's coming up very well. It's really a fuchsia pink. It's yeah, that's pretty good. It's a bright fuchsia pink. And I think I will make the CLO tee with this as well, but instead of making the chanterelle trousers or any other pants, I'm thinking of making the L skirt by Sewing Therapy. I've made that once before, not for me, but for my daughter, my adult daughter. I have a daughter who's 25 and a son who's 23. So I made the L skirt for my daughter for her birthday last year. And I really like it. And it's actually in a very similar fabric to this, different color, but a same a Japanese cotton linen blend. This one is 55 cotton, 45 linen. And it's not as heavy as the other one. It's a bit lighter. So yeah, I'm thinking the L skirt and the closet core yellow for that one. I think that will be really cute. Yeah. So those are my current plans. So I guess back to quilting for a minute. Another quilt that I made recently that I was really happy with, I've called the Spring Mischief quilt. I made it up. It's just a basic sort of rail fence construction. And I used the bundle of K Facet fabrics that he recolored of William Morris designs. And I think it turned out so pretty. I love that it's just like a wash of random mixed up florals. I sort of purposely made it as random as I could. And this was a gift for a friend. I was able to give that to her a couple weeks ago, so that was fun. And just so you know, there is a free pattern for that quilt on my website. If you sign up for my newsletter, you can have that for free. And I would love you to join me there. That would be great. And while you're on the website, if you're into quilting, this is the most exciting thing in my shop at the moment. It's the brand new collection from Crystal Manning called Parlor. And it's got 27 prints in these gorgeous jewel toned, it's so pretty. And there's bundles and yardage on the website for that if anybody's interested. And right behind me here, this one, that's a quilt that I'm working on at the moment that is made of the solid fabrics that match that part of the collection. So yeah, that will probably be a pattern coming up in my shop pretty soon. So I guess that's maybe it for today. If you have any questions about anything, let me know. I'd be really happy to chat with you in the comments. Yeah, I guess in the future, in terms of what I hope for this channel, it will be to talk about what I'm making, what I plan to make. I'd also really like to do some tutorials. Like I say, I've been teaching some workshops recently and I really enjoy it. And I'd love to be able to bring that online and teach more things to more people. But first I kind of have to learn editing and that sort of thing. I also probably need to stop looking at myself and look at the camera. But you know, it's my first time. I'm gonna keep trying. You have to start bad if you want to get good. So that's what I'm gonna try and do. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I'm very happy to have you, and I hope that you'll come back. I hope that I'll come back. Okay. All right. Have a great day. I love you. Bye.